Welcome back. I welcome you once again to our briefing session. This time, we would like to have more questions from the senior category, but participants of any category are welcome to ask questions or queries that they have about English Olympiad Bangladesh 2022. I'll give a quick recap of what we did in the previous session, briefing session that we had just a few minutes back. We started our briefing session at 4 p.m. and it we continued till 4:45. So there we discussed why we extended the timeline of the registration because we took into account the half-yearly exam, O-levels exam, and also the pre-test exams of our class 9, 10, and 11, 12 students. So because they were busy, and we understand that study definitely comes first, and participating in English Olympiad Bangladesh would be an added advantage. So which we didn't want to be a part of a disadvantage. So we reconsidered our date and we extended our timeline to register for the English Olympiad Bangladesh 2022, organized by the Department of English at Daffodil International University, till June 20th. And we have got a number of participants from the country, and interestingly, we had requests from other countries as well. We are happy that the information about this event has spread across countries. But at this moment, we are only accepting applications from the in-country class 9, 10, and 11, 12 participants. So we extended our dates for registration, and we are going to run our selection round from June 25th till July 25th, which is at this moment in the website is mentioned as June 25th till July 15th. But because we are deeply touched by the flood affected people, and we also have participants living in those areas, considering their situations, we are planning to extend the time frame for the selection round, which will be running from June 25th till July the 25th. So within this time, all you need is a mobile phone or a desktop or a laptop with the internet connection, a good internet connection, so that you can participate in a 60-minute exam, MCQ based 60 questions English exam. And in this session, we will brief about the test items on which you need to prepare yourself with, and also the technical issues that perhaps you are facing or would need to be answered or addressed. We will address those as well. So feel free to share your questions or concerns or comments with us during this session. We are with you from now till 5:45, and I have with me the convener of the event, Ms. Nahid Kaisa, who's working as the assistant professor at the Department of English at Daffodil International University, and I also have with me the convener of the technical committee of the department, Mr. Mahmudul Hassan, who's working as a lecturer at the Department of English in Daffodil International University. So I will be with you hosting the event. I am serving Daffodil as the assistant professor at the Department of English, and I'm also co-convening this event. So I welcome two other guests who will be with me throughout this time, and will answer your questions and also give comments and add any information that would be vital for you to prepare for the selection round. So I will be waiting to get your questions, but I haven't forgotten that we had two questions. One from Archita Lahiri, who had a question: will there be a mock test, and what's the date of the mock test? There is no date of the mock test. As soon as you since you have already done the registration, or if you do the registration, because we have one considered spot registration that will take place tomorrow. After tomorrow, we're going to close the registration completely. So if you register yourself, please remember your email address and the password that you will use to register yourself for the event. Using those two credentials, you will log into our exam portal, and in the previous section we shared the exam portal link with you. We'll be sharing the exam portal link once again here on this live, and you will be able to see a mock test, a demo test there available for you with a few questions, so that you get the understanding of how the test is going to take place, where the time would be there. You will be able to see the time, and in fact the website perhaps will take you to the time reminder now and then when you while you answer the questions. So I welcome Mr. Mahmoud Al Hassan and Ms. Nahid Kasa with me, but I would also like to answer another question that we had about that, whether the question sets of the senior and junior section would be the same one. No, they won't be. That I already answered, but and that makes sense why they won't be, because when you are registering yourself for the junior category, means we would understand that your English level would be of lower intermediate. And when you register yourself for the senior category, we would take an understanding that you have the intermediate level in English understanding. So with these, we prepare different question sets. As I already mentioned in the previous session, that we have prepared thousands of questions for both the sections, both the categories, and these questions are different because of their levels. For example, I showed in the previous session the test items, for example, like English literature. The questions of English literature would definitely be of higher at a hierarchy level for the senior category participants, but for a junior category participant, it would be more of their category. See, similarly, it goes for grammar. The vocabulary level understanding that I would look for in a class 9-10 participant would be different from a class 11-12 participant. So the test items will be similar, but the question level and the degree of difficulty will be different because depending on the levels you're attempting. That's all to answer the question that you had in the previous session. As I promised, that I will be addressing these two questions as we begin the next session. So as we have start another session, I would request our convener, Madam Ms. Nahid Kasar. I welcome you to the show, Madam, and I also would request you to share if you have received any question from the or any concerns from the participants of the senior category through phone calls or emails.
Thank you, dear host, Ms. Rabia. Yes, I have received a number of questions from different institutions and guardian levels, not that much from participants. And the questions, if I divide them into two sections, first was about the dates, because we have extended, so some of the institutions were confused because of their half yearly was running, their um, final exams of the English medium schools were running, so they were confused whether we are extending it or not. And I clarified that because of their request, and the time actually demands that we extended the date of registration. Second category was the question type, that what kind of preparations should the students take before the exam. And my answer was, it was simply the basic grammar. Since we are talking at present to the senior level students, the intermediate level grammar questions will be asked, and there won't be anything more difficult than their stage. But and if you want me to specify, I answered them that the basic grammar like tense, subject verb agreement, articles, prepositions, uh, and parts of speech is a concern, synonyms, antonyms, spellings, and of course, little bit of their grammar sense as well as their general knowledge. And of course, last but not the least, their sense of literature from both English classics and Bengali classics. But don't be afraid, I have answered the questions and more will be available in the website that Rabia Madam and Hassan sir will be showing you. At present, thank you, Madam.
Thank you very much, madam. Hassan sir, do you have any such thing to share with us from any queries that has come from the senior category participants or the parents or concerned teacher about how perhaps the question or the test or the event itself or the registration related matter that you received from this category?
Okay, thank you so much, madam. And I think I have received a couple of questions like Nahid Kaiser madam has received already from the participants. It was about when they complete their registration, sometimes they don't get the confirmation email. Uh, it is because when they put the transaction ID during their registration, they put it mistakenly. Because of this, we cannot actually trace out their transaction ID with our system. So this is one problem that there some participants have been facing for the past few days. And another question is that a participant has already asked on our Facebook page that when they can participate in the selection round. So this question has already been answered by you. So these are the things that I have been getting questions. And another question that I have also find out that when they complete their payment, they actually don't register. So when we try to confirm the participants that have already sent their money, but we cannot find their registration. So sending the money is not the only thing they can do. I must say they have to complete their registration through our website so that we can confirm them and then confirm their registration. So these are the things that I have observed for the past few days. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Hassan. Yes, you already mentioned in the previous session, and I am not going to repeat a number of things that we did in the previous session, although we have termed this as a briefing session with the senior category participants, but all our participants are able to see both the live sessions. They can check out both the live sessions and check out what we have discussed even in the previous session. You already mentioned in that session that our participants make mistakes with the numbers or the alphabets that they find with the transaction, like L perhaps is written as 1, or 1 perhaps is written as I or L. So or 0 or O. So I would request our participants to be more careful, and they would take care of this matter when they make the payment. And making payment is not the last thing. I repeat, making payment is not the last thing. As I mentioned in the previous session, that I'll be showing our registration portal to you. That what you need to do after you make the payment is this registration. Excuse me. As you make the payment, you will see on the right top corner of our website there is a word written registration. If you click on that word, it will take you to this portal, which is registration portal, and this registration portal will let you complete your registration. So if you make the payment, that's actually the half work done. So you need to attach your photograph, and you also need to answer a few things which wouldn't take more than 3 to 4 minutes for you to do. And then once you hit this button, this lets us know that you have completed your registration. When we after this, we are actually able to confirm your registration. So if you make the payment, that's not done. So I would request all of you to please complete, as Hassan saw, was mentioning this in the previous session, and also Nahid Madam emphasized on the fact that we have received a number of payments without anyone doing any registration for that. So I would request our participants to register as soon as possible so that we can help them with the confirmation. And until and unless you receive the confirmation, you are actually not going to get the exam credential that will be required for you to log in to the exam portal. So in order to sit for the exam, you first of all need to make the Bikash payment, and then once you do that, this is mostly for those people who have done this Bikash payment already but haven't done this registration thing. So we want you to
And
complete
I
your
would like
registration
to
form,
add another thing, if
please.
you please permit. While they're entering their email address, then they also need to be careful while entering their email address, because sometimes we find out that they are giving wrong email address. Okay, so this is another thing. For this, they don't receive the confirmation email from us. So the transaction ID and the email address, these two informations are very important for them while they are doing their registration.
Thank you very much, Hassan. And as you just raised this issue, I am going to share your phone number on the screen so that our participants, if you have any issues, if you face any technical difficulty and you need help, please feel free to contact this number. And also, you have our support email address. You have the email address of Hassan Shah. Please reach us and let us know if you're facing difficulty. So we will be able to help you. And we are here to help you. So that's one. Please complete the registration. And once you complete the registration, and we confirm that yes, we have received your payment and we have received your registration form as well. So, and there's no problem with your email address or with your transaction ID. We usually send a confirmation to our participants. So, once you're confirmed registered participant of the event, you will be able to log into our exam portal. And our exam portal, Hassan sir, I would request you to share the exam portal. So, our exam portal will have a demo test for you to let you have an understanding and of how the question is going to be set. Our question items are what you can see in our website. Once again, going to share my screen and going to show what's there in the selection round exam test items. So, as part of the selection round, you sit for a 60-minute session from June 25th till July 15th, which will be extended to July 5th, 25th due to the flood. And there will be 60 multiple choice questions. And for these multiple choice questions, you will have four options. So options like A, B, C, D. And from those four options, you have to choose one of the right options for you. Um, and then within 60 minutes, you need to finish this selection round session, and your marks will vary depending on how long it takes to answer this 60 questions. So the person who will top this round will definitely be a person who will get the most number of correct answers within the shortest period of time. So I repeat, the person who will top this round will be the person who will answer 60 questions within the shortest possible time and get most of them right. So the website will rank based on time of submission and the correct answers. And also, as you do it, before you do it, please prepare yourself on in these key areas: general knowledge in English literature, grammar, and math. So, for general knowledge in English literature, we would request you to know about books and authors, their renowned writers, their masterpieces, the birth and death date, the Nobel laureate authors, the important masterpieces, even in Bengali literature, which was later translated in English. So, you perhaps think that this is a Bengali literature. Why would this come in my English Olympiad Bangladesh question set? It's because perhaps this masterpiece is also taught in English, and has been translated in English, and is used as a masterpiece of literature. So this is what you need to keep in mind. So it will be enough for you to be ready somewhat. I'm using the word somewhat. If you please cover your English books of class 9, 10, and class 11 and 12 for the senior category. However, a bit of extensive reading will give you a niche to unleash this round. So you will need to have the habit of reading. So and with this, we'll actually get our best. So the best will be those who have the extensive reading habit in this area, and then for everyone, the common grammar items and mechanics will be there. Grammar items like tenses, narration. Madam has already mentioned about these narration, voices, conditionals, models, idioms, vocabulary. So collocations, common vocabulary, even spelling. You may be asked about to find out the correct spelling of a word. Even you may be asked to identify if a certain statement is correctly punctuated or not. So there'll be questions on capitalization from the mechanics. So in order to prepare yourself for these areas, I would suggest you consult your textbooks, and also at the same time, please visit several websites. The BBC Learning English or Learn English British Council, or General American Resources would be helpful for you to prepare yourself for this round. So I believe this will help you with an understanding of how you should prepare yourself. But we are looking for more specific questions that you may have regarding this round. And So I'm going to stop sharing, and I'll answer one question, and then I will request Nahid Madam to address this question. So we have a question from Munjir Munif. I'm sorry if I have mispronounced, but this is it should be pronounced. Is it right? Munjir Munif. So will the theater round test items also be in MCQ format or question answer format? Madam, over to you.
Uh, Not really. The theater round will be different, and you will have lots of time to prepare, and we will brief you as well. That will focus on reading, writing, and speaking. But at present, we are grooming you for the selection round, which will be only MCQ. This is the only time you are facing MCQ questions. After that, you will face in the October, you will face the reading, writing, and speaking part. So at present, I would like to add something with Rabia Madam's briefing about the preparation. If I think from the students or participants' point of view, for example, if the students are from English background, they may lack the basic informations of Bengali literature or classics. So for them, my suggestion is please you can Google about the birth and death year of the classics like Rabindranath Tagore, Nazrul, Jibanananda Das, or Michael Mudhushan Dutt, and the best books they have written, their masterpieces, their classics. So you should have similar idea with the English literature as well. But since I am briefing specially to the English medium students, because they may lack the chance to learn more about Bengali authors. So this is a time you learn more about their masterpieces, especially the classics. Same for the students of Bengali medium and who are also using Bengali versions. from 11th. I have a citation that you already know much about English literature from your 19, 11, 12 reading. Still, know more about the best classics in English. Ever the best classics, writers like Shakespeare or romantic poets, know more about them and their works, the names, their works. We are not much concerned about their date of birth or date, the way we are concerned with whether you know who wrote this play or whether the play is a tragedy or comedy. So, or whether it is a poem or a play or a novel or a short story. I mean, whether you know the basics of classic literature. So, for Bengali medium students, my suggestion is know more about English literature classics and vice versa. So this was something I wanted to add, and Rabia Madam is really doing good in detail for the preparation. Thank you. I am ready to answer any of the questions any moment.
Thank you very much, madam. So I would also like to add that you are going to be the Olympiad. And in order to be the Olympiad, you definitely need to know more than your textbooks. So give a little more time to know about the test items. You Google them. You just pick any of the item. For example, you just, as Madam mentioned, like Jibanananda Das. If you, I will just get back to that question in a minute. So if you are going to know what kind of preparation should I have about Jibanananda Das, just Google Jibanananda Das masterpieces translated in English or Jibanananda Das masterpieces and then just read them. Now you have these Google or YouTube resources, online resources to help you prepare for the best. So I would, if I were you, I would prepare myself with my textbooks. So if you are in the senior category, means you already have read class 9, 10 textbooks. So you know about those. If you are already reading the class 11, 12 textbooks, and also at the same time, you can Google and you can take help of the major website resources like BBC Learning or Learn English or Agenda Web. These type of resources will help you prepare better. I would prepare myself with resources like this. So for example, if you take a look at the BBC Learning English or Learn English British Council website, you will be able to see the vocabulary section. And in fact, the resources are graded. They are graded for the lower intermediate and for the intermediate. So if you are from a participant from the senior category, I would suggest that you go through both lower intermediate and the intermediate resources. This will help you be better prepared. So in order to be the best, you need to give some time, some efforts, and without efforts, you don't become the best. But for the average participants, I would suggest that go through these and prepare as much as you can. And you have time. You don't just sit for the test on June 25th. You can even choose to sit for the test on July 14th, on July 23rd, if we extend till July 5th, 25th. It's your choice when you want to sit for it. But once you feel that I'm confident enough, I can do it, you please sit for the online set of tests. We have another question from Munjir Munif, and I would like to ask this question to Hassan Sa. That question is about, so the theater session would be kind of like an IELTS examination. What do you think about it, sir?
Okay, madam. The answer to his question is it's a kind of reading and writing type questions there will be on the theater round. Okay, so he needs to write an essay on the writing part, and the reading test there may be reading comprehension. Based on that, the participants needs to answer those questions.
Thank you, sir. I would like to add to it for the theater round, Manjeet, you need to have the comprehension, reading comprehension. So, based on a passage, you will be asked a number of questions. Now, those questions may require you to answer, say, the question items that you're trying to mention, that IELTS like questions like NCQ, gap, fill in the blanks, or you may even need to answer questions where you may need to match. So there will be test items like these in the theater round, but we'll talk more about it in during the theater round session after the selection round. At this moment, we know that our participants are confused about how they prepare themselves for the selection round, but you are somewhat right. It will be more yes like the academic test items. So the academic test items are quite similar to the IELTS test, the reading test items, but not necessarily that you will exactly have the IELTS format. But you will get test items like those that you are trying to say, mention, like true, false, not given, or matching, or multiple choice. But you may be also asked questions at the same time for which you may need to write something. So there will be a blend of both, yeah, blend of the standard test and also
And
the academic.
Ms. Rabia, I would like to add something more regarding Unzir's present question, that uh, IELTS is meant to be the participants after HSC, right? But our test is for junior and senior level, that means 9, 10, 11, 12. That means according to the level, we are designing and tailoring the questions. So reading, writing, speaking, the three basic skills are common with IELTS, but the type of question you will face will more resemble the questions you face in your SSC and HSC level. I mean, the level will not be that difficult, which we find in IELTS. That I can assure you. It will match your caliber and the merit and the level you are crossing. That means if you are 910, the questions will be set suitable for 910 because IELTS level is after HSC, right? So that is pretty difficult than the questions we are setting. And of course, the junior level and senior level questions will be different according to their age, their knowledge, their talent, and of course their academic line or level. Thank you, Ms. Rabia.
Thank you very much, madam. Makes sense. Now, as I told her, you need to prepare yourself for that round, not now, with an understanding of IELTS or standard test format and the academic test format. So, in the theater round, you will be assessed for the reading and writing. And if you are taken to the final round, you will be assessed orally with your oral ability. So, based on your oral ability, so which is when we'll interview. And you'll also have long turn and impromptu speech. So, but our focus today is more on how you prepare yourself for the selection round. And I believe with these two sessions, not just this one, both of these sessions will be available at our Facebook page, English Olympiad Bangladesh, from which we are live now. You'll be able to check it from here. And also, I will request our Hassan Saad to share these also at a department Facebook page, where many of you have also joined that page. So you will be able to see and check the discussion that you had in both sessions. And if you still have queries, you can see the emergency contact on the screen. Please feel free to call us, send us an email, or reach us by any means. We have our website, we have our Facebook page. We do answer questions when people reach us at messengers as well. So feel free, voice your thoughts to us, and we would love to help you. And let me just remind all of you that our registration is almost over, and we are going to run our selection round from June 25th till July 25th. Any 60-minute session during this time, anytime, anywhere, whenever you feel good, you have the mood to sit for the test, please sit for the test. And for these, you just need one digital device, a mobile phone or a desktop or a laptop with the internet connection. And all these 60 questions will be MCQ, and you'll have four options. Those four options can have options like all of the above, none of the above, two of the options, just one option. Most questions will have only one option. So keep all these things in mind. Prepare yourself with all these options of answers that you can have for questions or the areas that I just discussed. Showed to you as well. This is available in the website, so you will be able to check them anytime they want, and then you can go topic by topic. You have 20 from now. You have kind of 20 days, and sure, you have 20 days, and if you want to prepare yourself, I'm just sharing the link as Manjeet requested for. So you can just prepare yourself topic by topic. Say, this today I'll be preparing myself for these two topics, Google these two topics, and then write quiz beside it, and then you will be able to see quiz items to prepare yourself. Arif, the English Olympiad, Daffodil University BT website address, is looking for this one. So prepare yourself with these resources, textbooks, website resources, Google them, make use of YouTube, and once you feel prepared, you just for once you can log into the exam portal and take the demo test. And if you think that okay, I'm not ready enough, just log out, take another day, go for the 60-minute session anytime within this July 25th. So with this, I would request our convener madam, Ms. Nahid Kasam madam, to share concluding remarks with us, and if she has anything to tell to our participants from the senior category.
Thank you, dear madam. I will repeat what I have already told to the junior students as well to conclude, that please make sure that you fill up the registration form online, because paying is not the last thing. Many of you have paid, but you don't have the registration completion yet. And most importantly, make sure about the email address and transaction ID, as Mahmoud Hassan sir told. And best wishes. Don't take much preparation. I think your spontaneity, your eagerness to win will lead you to the destination, because after the exam you must be tired and you have 1 month. So go slow, go steady, and win the race. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Yes, slow and steady wins the race. So, Mahmoud Al Hassan sir, uh, please share your concluding remarks with the participants.
Okay, I just want to put emphasis on two things. Like the first one, if they have received the confirmation email from our end, so they just need to use those login credentials, like the email address that they used during registration, and the phone number and the password that they provided during registration. They need those two information, those two login credentials to enter in the selection round examination, which will be taking place from June 25th to till July 15th. Okay, so the second one is, if you do not receive the confirmation email from us, or if you face any problem during your registration, just feel free to contact through our Facebook page, and you can give us text on our Facebook page inbox, and also you can call me on the number that is already displayed on the live. So you can reach me anytime with any problem regarding to our initial Olympiad Bangladesh 2022, and I wish all the best to our all participants who have registered for the initial Olympiad 2022. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Hassan sir, for your generosity, your take that they can call you anytime for any kind of help. And I would also like to say that our participants can, if, as I mentioned, that we are going to take registration till tomorrow. So if they feel that they want to make the payment, if they are motivated and interested, with these sessions. Please make the Bikash payment using these any either of these phone number, and paying Bikash is not the end of registration. That's just the halfway done. You also confirm the registration by answering a few questions at our registration portal, where you need to attach your photograph. So with this and with with the best of luck that we can wish to all of you, and we do wish that. We believe that you are the generation who has got this opportunity to explore so many things. You can take part in competitions like these, which is definitely going to be valuable for you once you look forward to getting yourself admitted in your higher education attache. If you are looking forward to having a scholarship, if you want to study abroad, this is definitely going to be vital for you. Supporting your credentials. Your academic credentials is something like your certificate of SSNHS is something that everyone has. But what would make you stand out is your ability to take part in competitions, club works, activities like these. So this is the era of soft skills. So I believe that if you can demonstrate your ability to perform and take part in or participate in competitions like these and unleash them, and also achieve success, I'm sure you have a long way to go, and we are looking for Olympiad bees like that. With these positive note, we would like to conclude our session today, but this is not the end. We are just a mouse click away, a phone call away. Please reach us. Feel free to reach us if you have any questions. If you want to let us answer your queries, solve your problems, we are always there for you. Best of luck, my dear English Olympiad bees. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you, madam. Thank you, Miss Naitasa,
Thank you,
madam.
Ms.
Thank you,
Rabia.
Mahmood
Thank you,
madam.
Hassan.
Thank you for joining us in
Thank
the
you so
program.
much, man.